Hello, Aquarius. This is your weekly tarot reading for January 18th through the 24th. I almost forgot there. You heard me pause, but I caught myself. This is going to be an intuitive reading, and the deck I use focuses on spiritual and personal development. So let's go ahead and get started. Aquarius. Aquarius. I'm going to start singing. This is the age of Aquarius. Age of, the age of Aquarius is the flow of technology, right? Like technology is supposed to like speed up like dramatically and crazy, and the way that it's going, it's like a spiral. All right, we have the Nine of Discs, growth, beautiful card. It's being crossed by the Four of Discs, stability. How are you going to apply your finances for the best stability? Your higher self is working on the Ten of Wands resolve, rising above this situation. The subconscious is working with the Ten of Swords closure on this situation. Past experiences, the Princess of Wands, enthusiastic. And coming up for you this week is the Three of Swords, suffering. Your inner world is the Ace of Swords, realization. Your external world is the Eight of Wands, shift. Your focus this week is the Star, faith. And the overall energy is the Seven of Cups, illusion. Okay, so you are focusing on how to get the best stability out of what you have and what you are receiving. Now, along with this, I feel a lot of emotional ties to your finances. And with that, okay, so as you're going through plotting and planning and working through your financial situation for your stability, the overall energy that you're considering is the Seven of Cups, illusion. What things are solid and what things are not. You're really doing a lot of look and see, and especially I'm getting relationship. Okay, for those of you going through a divorce, okay, I'm feeling a divorce structure here. I feel that, like, financially it's amicable. Like, you both are in agreement on what should happen from here on out. You've been working on it for a little while. But this is going to be like when it finally solidly comes through, all those worries and fears that you had about the situation are just going to be like gone. It didn't ever happen for you. As well as, and this is just generally for everybody now. I'm off of that whole divorce section, but it is involved in this. It's going to be towers that you built, things that you have built, but they are on cups that you no longer need to carry into your next steps and phase in your life. So you're letting a lot of things go. This could be like, oh, I wanted that pretty nice car, and I settled for, a mid-sized sedan. It could be that you wanted to get a job over here. I'm feeling like, well, of course, Aquarius, IT in some form or fashion, and realizing that that's not the path you wanted to go down. So this is just you spending a lot of time this week thinking about what it is that is solid in your life and what it is that were illusions that were just kind of floating around in your head and that you're not going to bring into solidity. And when it comes to this relationship, it's going to be like, what I'm getting is nothing negative about it. What I'm getting is that worries that you thought that you're going to have are not going to come true when it comes to this whole legality situation. Now, when it comes directly to your finances and your planning and pruning, this is going to be the pruning part of it. Okay? Because you want to get the best value out of your dollar. And that's what you're working on. So your higher self is like you're rising above this situation for everyone here. You're definitely at the energy of, I'm not going back to that. That took me down to a place that I did not want to be. And with that came a lot of internalizing. Your subconscious is working through the closure. This is yeah, okay. So starting to see, subconsciously, you're like, I'm finding closure in this financial situation, in this emotional situation, because it has been rough up to this point, and what's coming for you is going to be better, much, much better, especially in your internal world is working with the Ace of Swords realization, and that's going to help you remove that illusionary aspect. Things are going to be working out. Now, when I say things are going to be working out, they're going to be working out, and you know you're going to have a lot to do when it happens. And so you're gearing up to have the energy to go after all of these things going towards your main goal, and you're focusing on your happiness inside. You're like, I'm not going to be sad anymore, and blah, 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 blah. And which is pretty awesome here. I almost cussed. I do have a dirty mouth sometimes. But a past experience here is the Princess of Wands, enthusiastic. This was you in the past with a lot of brilliant, beautiful ideas and a lot of passions that you wanted to, these are definitely tied. Things that you were very interested in and like, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. But with the Princess of Wands, what tends to happen is like you get on a subject and you burn quickly through it and it doesn't become solid. Okay? Even though it seemed great, it seemed something that you would really, truly enjoy doing, it never became solid. And this is one of the illusionary things that you're going to be setting aside. Now, coming up for you this week is the Three of Swords, suffering. So this is you working through this closure of your financial burdens and your, that worry and that stress and that sometimes I'm getting some people out there are having bouts of like depression and anxiety and maybe even a panic attack or two. But this was embracing what you've been through, especially with this resolve energy, embracing what you've been through, taking it for the lesson that it was, seeing where you feel real lack in your life, but what is going to bring you the most happiness. And that's what you're focusing on, because you got abundance and you have the ability to do this for yourself. You got the power of creation in your hands here. And with your internal and external world here, you got the Ace of Swords, realization, followed up in an external form of a shift into your happiness, a shift into what makes you happy, truly happy, a shift in perspective. You're not going to be confused anymore on which way to go about anything. Yeah, exactly, because you know what you want, and now you're taking the time with this new realization that you're free to move, that you're free to create, that you're free to do, that you're free to follow your passions again, that constricting energy is gone, and you're overcoming that feel of lack and loss and really feeling filled again, because your focus this week is a wish come true and what you're going to do with that and bring it down to manifestation. So your internal world is going through what has worked for you, what hasn't, what have you built and followed, but is really not going to benefit you in the end. So a lot of internal work and a lot of building yourself back up again, because you can focus on your happiness now and not so much on that financial issue. You can focus on your stability now and not have what you thought was bad going to come to pass. Okay? It's not going to come to pass, because you have victory. Victory. Okay? Alright, Aquarius. No more self-doubt here. Do that healing, because, gosh darn it, you will be victorious in what you want to accomplish here. Okay, Aquarius. That's what I have for you this week. If you enjoyed this reading, go ahead, like, subscribe. Go check out my other videos, too. I post every week. All right, I will see you again.